As an airport, we aren't as big a carbon polluter as you might think, especially since we started measuring our carbon footprint 5-6 years ago and have been reducing it since that time. But we are involved in a supply chain with aviation that does involve a fair bit of carbon production. So it's incumbent on us to grow, but grow in a way that doesn't increase that footprint, it does the opposite. If we're not able to look after our environment, if we can't work with our community constructively, if we can't be an employer of choice and be a safe and secure environment, then we're not going to be here in the long term. Historically, it's been a way of, if you can reduce your footprint, you can reduce your costs. And so that's that self-interest. But it's got better now. It's not only that, if you can be a good corporate citizen, then people are now expecting it and they're rewarding those companies that are doing the right thing. So there's actually a revenue and a demand imperative to it now as well.
There's no two ways about the fact that consumers are becoming a lot more interested and picky about where their goods and services come from. We can't underestimate the impact of the transfer of wealth into the millennial generation over the next 5 to 10 years. They're a generation that is significantly more ethically minded than any generation that we've seen before.
The Adelaide Airport and ANZ have worked together for decades. We've had a long-term partnership. We know each other really well. So the beauty of this product is that we developed it through our relationship. We developed it through that long-term understanding. In many ways, that's what sustainability is all about. It's not transactional. It's about a partnership that transcends individuals and transcends a profit moment. And that's the only reason we're here today, is we're able to have those relationships that have stood the test of time.
In Australia, the marquee initial transaction was the Adelaide Airport transaction done on a bilateral basis with ANZ, and certainly a robust discussion with Adelaide Airport around their sustainability performance and targets over time, which brought the two of us closer, and indeed we viewed that as a partnership between ANZ and Adelaide around stewarding more sustainable development.
For a time we had the largest rooftop solar system in South Australia and the largest of any airport in Australia. Things have moved on now, but we're certainly looking for the next challenge in that space as well. But it's not just energy and carbon. Around water, we recycle the water that lands on our large rooftops here. We also bring on recycled water on our footprint, and on the edge of our land we've worked with SA Water to actually have an aquifer recharge of stormwater runoff, which is amazing. We're using that now in this quite bizarre trial airside with SA Water to try to improve the greenery of our airside environment. So if you improve the amount of green space, it cools the environment. So that can reduce the temperature in this terminal, so it reduces our air conditioning footprint, but it also reduces fuel burn.
This was really new for all of us, for the airport, for ANZ. We had to work really closely together to get them sustainability external rating and then agree targets and agree exactly how we're going to work with them on that, and have a lot of flexibility, a lot of robust discussion about what they need to do, what we need to do. Partnering with Adelaide Airport has just been fantastic because they're a great organisation to work with. They have a really strong South Australian focus, obviously being the gateway to South Australia. They absolutely love the airport and they love our community.
So there's just really little exciting things we can demonstrate just a little bit of leadership that helps in our backyard that ends up having a flow-on effect. Shareholder driven, customer driven, we all want to do the right thing, and so we've just got motivations from all of those quarters, and we'll continue that journey.